arty people. Today I will be experimenting with one of my Christmas presents, a knitting mill. I had been Instagram influenced after seeing these everywhere, so I asked my mum for one for Christmas. It's a knitting mill, French knitting machine. I've also seen it called like an icord maker thing. So this is the one I got. It's by Prym. I think my mum just got it off Amazon. So I had a little play with it on Christmas Day. I made some small bits like this, but it kept getting all knotted, but I think that's because I was just holding it. Since I've mounted it on the table, it works much better. So I haven't done that much with it, so I thought I would bring you along as I try it out and see what different things I can make with it. On with the making! Okay, so this is the knitting machine. So it has the handle, that's how you thread it. So this bit you can unscrew and then clamp it to the table, which I will do in a minute. It also came with this weight. So when I got it, it was attached in there because you're meant to be able to keep it in there so it's all together. But I found it so difficult to get that off, so I will not be keeping it together. Yeah, on Christmas Day, I was trying for ages to try and get it out. So yeah, so I'll show you how the weight works as well. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp this to my table. Okay, so I have clamped this to my work table. So it turns around like this. And now I will show you how you thread it. So there's these little hooks on the back to keep the wool in place. So you can bring it over there. The first thing that you need to do is send this all the way down, which I find it doesn't actually go that smoothly. So I'm going to grab a pencil if it doesn't start coming out the bottom. No, it just kind of gets caught up, so I will get a pencil. Okay, so I'm just going to get that to help it come out the bottom. Alright, so that is through. So what you're going to do is you hook it under the first hook, miss out the next one, and then do the next one, miss out that one, and then do one round of all of them. So you turn the handle. In the instructions it says you can turn it either direction. I naturally go for clockwise. I don't know if that's because I'm left-handed or whatever, that's just what makes sense to me. So I'm going clockwise. So it's taking that first one, and then you want to miss out the next one, get the second one, miss out the third one, and then let it take that one again, and then you can take all of them, and then you're ready to go. So then you can attach the weight. So you're just going to thread this through and tie a knot. I think, anyway. I'm new to this, so I'm figuring it all out, and hopefully this will help you. Okay, so now let's get knitting. So I'm going to start off quite slowly, just so I can keep an eye on the wool, make sure it's getting picked up by the hooks each time. I'm sure the more I do this, the faster I'll get. And then I think every so often you want to just pull the wool at the bottom to make sure that that's going through. Oh, you can feel it, it's just starting to come through, so we'll be able to see it soon. Look at that, guys! Okay, I'll keep going. Okay, and I think when you're finished, you just cut off the wool, keep turning it and let it just come off. And make sure to catch the piece instead of let it just drop to the floor. Okay, so here we go. So I've just done a short piece just to start off with. That's what the end looks like. So I've got an idea of something I'm going to make with this, but I need to do another one in a different colour. So I bought this pack of wire from Amazon. I bought this one because there's actually 3 different thicknesses, because I didn't know what thickness would work, so I thought I'd get 3 and then I can try them all out. So I haven't opened this yet. Okay, so we've got a really thin one there. I think that's like 1 or 2 mil. I'll write it somewhere. Then this thicker one, and then this even thicker one. So I'll experiment with these. I'm guessing different wires will be different for different things depending on what I'm making. So yeah, that's the wire that I got. So we'll see how that works. Okay, so I'm going to take my yellow knitted cord, and I'm going to use the medium wire, so the 2mm, and I'm going to attempt to thread this through the knitting. So online they make this look really easy, so we'll see if that's the case. Okay, so I can feel it catching a bit. I wonder if there's a special knack for doing this. And that's the end. That seemed clumsier than it should have been. I'm just thinking if I want any extra wire sticking out. Will I need that? I'll do a bit. I'm going to make this into a circle, so to do that I'm going to wrap it round this jar. It's just an old Nutella jar that I used to store my wire in. So I'm just going to bend the wire around the jar. Now I need to sew the 2 ends together, so I'm going to thread the wool through a large needle and see what I can do. So first I need to send the needle through these 4 loops to make sure the knitting doesn't unravel. And now I can start joining the ends together. Now I'm going to tie these 2 ends of the wool together because it seems like the right thing to do. And then I'll hide the loose ends in the knitting. Okay, that's done. It's not super neat, but this is my first go at this. And I think I'll be able to cover up the join. I've made a pink bit, and I've already threaded through the wire and finished the ends. I'm going to turn it into the letter L to make an initial decoration. Okay, that's done, and it covers up the join. So now I need to attach the two pieces. I think some people would glue them together, but I think I'm going to sew them. I didn't have an exact colour match of thread for the yellow, so I've actually just taken a strand out of an offcut of the yellow wool. And I'm also going to use some of that spare wool to make the hanging loop. So that's cute. Different letters, different colour combinations. I could get carried away with this. Okay, next. For this next project, I'm using this pink sparkly wool. It's a bit fluffier than the stuff I just used, but it's going through the machine fine. It does say in the instructions that really fluffy wool won't work, but this is fine. I've got my knitted cord and I'm going to make a star. I drew out a template and I'm going to use it to shape the wire. I'm using the 2mm again. Okay, it's not perfect, but we're going with it. I'm sure these shapes just take some practice. And now to thread on the knitting. It feels like the wire is getting caught even more with this wool. Probably because it's fluffier and has the extra shiny threads going through it. I don't know if it would be easier to thread the knitting onto straight wire and shape it afterwards. That's something I'll have to experiment with. Anyway, this has taken a while, so let's just skip ahead. Then I sewed the ends together and added a loop. I'd seen a design online where they embellished a star with a tassel and some beads, so that's what I'm doing now. The last time I made tassels was in my miniature weaving video, and they were miniature tassels. Doing it regular size is so much easier. Ta-da! I like this! With a little more work on getting the shapes less wonky, these could be really cute. Okay, for the last one I am going to do a little Christmas craft. They're just my favourite and December wasn't that long ago. I'm using green wool, which should make it pretty easy to guess what I'm going to make. This is going to be my own version of something I saw online. I'm going to use the 3mm wire this time, and on goes the knitting. Right, I've sorted out the ends, and now I'm going to bend the wire into a spiral. Which I'm then going to pull up, making a very minimalist Christmas tree. Originally, I'd wanted to use these little plastic Christmas lights, but I think they're a bit too big. So instead, I picked out these beads, and now I'm going to sew them on the tree. There we go. What do you think? So that was fun. I think I've got the hang of this little machine now. I'm pretty pleased with my first makes using it. Let me know if you've seen some other cool things I could make. I've got some more ideas brewing, so I may have to make another one of these videos soon. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye!